John Crestani here, and I'm gonna talk about how you can get money for free, because you need money. I need money to start a business. You need money to scale a business, and you need money to weather storms if things are going wrong, okay? And the easiest way to get money in the entire world is through credit. You don't have to talk to anybody, you don't have to ask anybody, you don't have to have awkward conversations with your family at Christmas because you owe them money. It's simply working with financial institutions to give you money. Other people's money is the key to growing successful. And what we're gonna go over in this video is what is a credit score? What does FICO mean? How does credit work in other countries and continents like Africa, Asia, Europe? We're gonna go over how to increase your credit so you can get tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars given to you with nothing out of your pocket, just given to you to do whatever you'd like with. And we're also gonna go over some of the amazing perks of utilizing credit, and how I've been able to literally travel and stay in hotels for free for the last 12 years without spending a dime on travel. So we're gonna go over all this. Let's freaking go. So first off, what is credit? Credit means your reputation. It means that if I have a friend come over and borrow a book from me, that I know they have a good reputation, so they're gonna give it back to me. So I just gave them credit because I gave them a book, and they're gonna give it back to me. Now, this started, in the days when there were gold and they had to cart around gold from the south of France to the north of France, and all the goods were traded in the Mediterranean, and all the bankers were were further north in either Lyon or in Paris. And you needed a system that people could rely on to move goods and keep their money in the bank in their home. Now, what credit is again, going back to this concept of reputation. It's all about your history. And what that means is if you don't have a credit card, if you've never used a credit card, you have zero history. Does that make sense? You have no history within this financial context. And if you want to make money, if you want to become rich and successful, and if you don't want to spend your own money to do so, you have to start thinking about building your history and reputation with money. Does that make sense? Do you have a credit card? Let me know in the comments actually if you don't have a credit card and what country you're from if you don't have a credit card. Type in the comments. So the first thing is we have to build our history with credit. The more you take credit and give it back, the better. Now, this goes back to that book example. Now, I lend my friend Arturo the Hagakure, and I say, I'll lend you this book. I'll give you credit for a week. Give it back to me after a week. And he returns it to me after a week. That's good. That's one kind of mark of history. Now, if we do that over and over again, after 10 weeks of him returning the book every week, how confident am I that I can lend him a second book? Maybe I can lend him 2 books at a time. I even feel comfortable lending him 5 books, 10 books at a time from my personal library, because I know he's consistent. And the same thing has to happen with how you utilize credit cards. First thing is get a credit card. The fastest, easiest hack, become an authorized user on someone else you know's credit card. Someone else who's reliable at paying it off. Does your mom have a credit card? Does your dad have a credit card? Does your brother? Does a family member have a credit card? Ask them to make you an authorized user on their credit card. And what will happen is you will start being able to build history of spending money even though you're not doing anything, even though you don't even have a credit card, because now you're a user on somebody else's credit card. It's a little hack. Now, if you don't have any family member who has a credit card, you need to get the heck out of wherever you're living, honestly, and move somewhere, okay? That's just crazy. You should be in a different situation. But that said, you can get what's called a secured credit card, okay? And also, by the way, if you don't have anybody who's willing to make you an authorized user on their own credit card, you have to look at yourself. You should go look at yourself in the mirror right now and ask yourself what you've done to your reputation and your reliability and your ability to focus that's allowed your reputation to be so bad and untrustworthy in your family. Seriously. Like, sorry, I didn't mean to make this personal, but well, that's where we're going. So the second option is a secured credit card. And that means you're actually putting money down on a credit card. So you're actually putting down, let's say $100. So I think they'll only allow you to use a $100 limit. But this allows you, again, to build your credit history. Now, why is this so important to me? Well, first off, because when I started my business, so I've been running my own businesses since I started selling products. I started selling stuff when I was 6 years old. I had a lemonade stand outside of a golf course. It was illegal, it wasn't FDA regulated, but I was selling lemonade and I was making money. Okay, I started my first businesses when I was 20 years old in college. And I didn't have any money to put down on Google Ads or build a website or all this sort of stuff. So I had to use credit cards. So credit cards allowed me, when I had no money, except the fact that I guess I had credit because I'm an American citizen, I was able to get access to a lot of credit. If you're an American citizen, you've got the lucky gene in the sense that every American citizen can get at least $50,000 worth of credit. Insane, right? Now, if you're in other countries, you can't necessarily get instant, just by having a social security number, get $50,000. The second reason why I'm such a big fan of credit is because it's allowed me to scale my business. I do affiliate marketing. I'd spend, let's say, $50 on ads every day to reach people, and I'd make $100 in commissions. Now, I teach this in my courses now, and one of my main businesses is I teach other folks how to start their own, create an online income, most time with affiliate marketing. And when I was scaling my affiliate campaigns, I just go from spending $50 a day to spending $5,000 a day, $25,000 a day. Now, I don't have, at that time when I was 24, 23 years old, I didn't have $25,000 to spend every day and wait till the end of the month to get paid by my affiliate network. I was spending $25,000 to make back $40,000. So the only way I was able to do that was by utilizing credit cards. I used American Express, and you get really big credit limits on American Express. Hundreds of thousands of dollars you can get in credit. I went from very little in my bank account to spending $300,000 in a month when I found a winning affiliate campaign and I got paid $500,000. So that changed my life, the ability to scale business with credit. So it's gonna set you, first off, it's gonna help you start a business. It's gonna help you scale a business. It's gonna help you weather the storms. Now, during COVID, I moved to slightly different business. I was doing some infomercials and I was going through massive business expansion, and then I had some massive business contractions. I had to take out a credit line, and I'd utilize credit to weather a storm in the business. My cash flow was all wonky. And by having access to credit, by having a good credit score, I was able to weather a storm that ran its way through my business. I was able to keep everything going and reorganize the business and build it back up. So that's an interesting thing for you. Now, what are some perks? Now, I said I get to travel. I've been traveling around the world for free at all most hotels, because I use the Bonvoy card. The Bonvoy card gives me free hotels and flights. And it's a great perk of doing business with American Express. Now, other companies have things like you can shop for free on Amazon. Other companies have different sorts of perks, like you get access to special lounges, or you get to go to special concerts and events. But the point is, credit is something to be embraced if you're going into business for yourself. And we're not talking about consumerism here, like that's the exact opposite of entrepreneurship. We're talking about doing business, spending money to make money. Now, if you're interested in learning more from me about, the businesses I've started and stuff like ways to earn money online, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel right now. On this channel, we're dedicated to freedom, creating independence for ourselves, creating independent lifestyles, working from home, and family. Building a dynasty, building generational wealth, building a community. So these two things we go over on this channel. Credit will allow you to build a business, but there's much more involved with it than that. I also encourage you to like the video and let me know what credit card let me know what your credit, maybe share, if you guys are cool, share your credit limit. Share what your credit limit is down below. I'm with America, I have access to millions of dollars in credit at this point in my career, which is crazy. I can go out there and spend $3 million on credit. Of course, I have to pay it back at the end of the month, but $3 million, that gives you a huge runway. And let me know what your credit limit is down in the comments below. Great speaking to everyone. Love you all. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. Live free, build a dynasty, live forever. Let's go.